Okay, good morning, everyone. Once again, I don't know, something just happened to my video, but good morning, good morning. So I am Justice Strong One, of course, and I do my videos about my mom's injustice case and any injustice case that wants justice. Yeah, so let's just get into it. Um, so you guys already know the situation that occurred with my mom and why I do my videos and, uh, so this video won't be long, of course, because usually my morning videos are short because I gotta go. So it won't be long, but I chose to do this video this morning because you guys know when there's things on my mind about my mom's case or, uh, the people that was involved with it, I gotta, just express it so I could recuperate. So let's get into it. This morning, after my prayer or whatever, I started thinking and stuff like that. And, I just couldn't shake like this forgiveness thing, this forgiveness thing, this forgiveness thing. And, like people have these sayings they say, they come up with, they say that the Lord says, you know, and things like that. And how you should forgive because it's not for the other person, it's like for you. But I have to agree to disagree on that. Um, I I don't think that that's something I struggle with because I think I know how to forgive. I just don't agree with that. Um, Here's the thing. I'm not saying that every saying that people say or have said don't have a meaning or a point or something like that. But then I also believe myself that there's some sayings that have no point at all. That's just was said, reversed, or whatever. Um, after, praying and stuff like that and things like that, I've come to a conclusion that uh, there's some things in the world, right, that we just might not ever understand. That's just what it is. We wasn't made to it. Maybe in time we'll understand if it's meant for us to understand. So for me, there's some things in the world that just simply I don't have to forgive. I can leave up to my creator. I'm not one to, um, you know, oh, this is how it's supposed to go, so that's how it should go. If that makes any sense of what I'm saying. And I say that because speaking for myself, if you know me, of course, it's not nothing to smile about, of course, but I have, when I was more younger, okay, I might have told more fibs. Why? Whatever, I was young, I was whatever. But as I grow and I evolve, I realize there's no one I don't have to who do I need to lie to? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? So for me, I'm understanding of a mistake, right? Even if it could be the most disrespectful, taboo to some, whatever, right? I'm a different person from everyone in this world. So give me that opportunity to make my own decision, right? So that being said, if you're making a mistake or if you're doing something or something and you want to be forgiven or you say, okay, I know this was treacherous. I know this was, just wasn't out wrong, right? But it was genuinely a mistake. And you go through the cycle, the things of when people make mistakes, the outcome, right? Then it was clearly a mistake. Then we can resolve that you're asking for forgiveness. But just to simply forgive someone just because that's what people say. It seems like, so I say that because sometimes it seems like people do things because it's a trend, right? And I'm sure everyone in the world understands what I'm saying. Not because, oh, I genuinely feel this way, or it's more of, oh, I should because people are saying, this is how it goes. No, no, not at all. Because even if you forgive someone, right? Who's to say that they're not going to do it again? And I get the people that say, oh, it's not for them, it's for you to move on. Just because people forgive, that doesn't mean they move on. Some people forgive and still cry, still think about it, still go through the sorrow. So I guess I'm saying, depending on the situation, yeah, I get it. But not every situation a person should have to feel like, oh, they have to forgive or you won't be able to move on. And I say that because from my situation, my opinion, there's certain things I have moved on from, and there's certain things that I'm still needing help with, right? So that I am capable of moving on. I'm not sitting there saying, okay, yes, I want to be in the same spot. I don't want to do anything about it, right? But I also realize that I don't have to rush for no one. I don't have to forgive for no one because that's the thing to do and say, okay, it's going to make me feel better. Because, no, and especially, you know, some people nowadays, they don't care about forgiveness. You forgiving them is giving them an opportunity to say, okay, I can do it again. That's how they take it. Your forgiveness doesn't stop them or change them or da da da. That's what you believe in your head, that your forgiveness helps you. I guess you feel like you're just, I don't know. But I've decided for me, there will be no forgiveness. That's not up for me to decide. That's not up for me to decide. That's up for my mother and my creator to decide. I can't forgive that monster. I can't. What? Now, did he do something to me? Of course. Because that was my queen. That's my one of my best friends, right? So, which is now my guardian angel. So, of course. But it's not about me. It has not ever been about me because it wasn't my life. I was a part of my mom's life. Does that make any sense? So even in the messages that I have, he said something similar to that. And I told him no. That's not my decision to decide. Simply, it's not my decision to decide. My decision is that you turn yourself in to the police. You know, uh, people know that they need help. If it's from wanting an extra cigarette, you want help with that. If it's from wanting $1, you want help with that. If it's from wanting somewhere to go, your drugs, your whatever anything, your desires, right? You want help there. You can speak out there. So, like I was saying, that's not for me to decide. And when you do things to go through things of hiding things and doing this and lying and being rude and all that, I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that because you guys tell me. You guys leave a message, a comment. You tell me how you feel about the whole forgiveness thing. How do you believe in that saying? Because that's a saying I don't believe in. I think in certain situations, yeah. Yeah, I think in certain situations, yeah, you know, um, yeah, yeah. I sometimes I think about well, not sometimes, you know, not a day go past, that's my mom, uh, so I think about, I think about her and how she was, and her wanting me to forgive, and things like that. But here's the thing: a person's life, right? Because my motto was this: if a person really doesn't care about life or living or whatever they say, then they'll take their own. That's my motto, mine, not no one else's. So I don't really get people when they get that. Oh, I don't really care about life. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. But because I don't find that to be true. Because if you were that uncareless, like you was that careless, you wouldn't still be here walking, breathing air. So somewhere on this earth, you gotta care, right? Um, but as I was saying, but that's just was my thought about it. Cause I was thinking like, could I ever forgive a monster? Should I ever forgive a monster? Do I have to ever forgive a monster? Because you guys know, when it comes down to my mother, this is the first time I ever been through something like this in my life. Yeah, you see movies and you hear people say that things are not like movies until shit that like movies happens to you in your real life, and you're like, damn, am I in a movie? This can't be happening, right? So, but I came up with the answers. I'll leave it to my creator, and I'll leave it to my mom, because here's the thing: Lord forbid I was to go through something like that, or like whatever, like you know, something similar or something, then it will be up to me, right? In all reality, it will be up to me to either choose to forgive or not to forgive. But I don't want people, in my opinion, uh, to feel like that every way that you've been taught or everything that someone has said, that's what you must do to get by. I'm not saying all of it is wrong. I'm not saying all of it is right. But what I'm saying is, you make that decision. I had an I had an old, I think this was like some moons ago, when it's no need to talk about, but you guys know how I feel. I think that make your own decision. I think that some of us should start thinking, you know, individually for our own selves, and not following the trend or following, what was once before. Because here's the thing about what was once before: you weren't there, and that was once before. What I have a saying. And I kind of like write it a lot, but I like to read about the Roman, the Egyptians. Like, that's just me. I like history, right? But you can't stay there. That is not your time, right? So I just try to focus on my time in my life, not in a selfish way, but in a way that I have to, because people want to, if it's from hearing songs or watching TV, you want to be in those times, which is great. I'm not saying they wasn't great times to be in. It seemed like a lot of rebellious, freedom time, right? Versus today. But those are not your times. Take from it, learn from it, respect it, but leave it where it's at. You wasn't there. You understand what I'm saying? So I try to do the same thing with my mom case. I take from it, I learn from it, I did it up. But I remember I wasn't there. But when you have evidence and proof, it's kind of like histories and facts that you have. See, the difference is I don't have a problem with, now I'm not going to put all of my evidence and facts in everyone's hands. I don't have a problem with showing what I have, my proof. That's the difference. Some people like to say stuff, but then they lie. They don't like to show their proof, or it's untouchable, or certain, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But, so I'm going to leave it at that. You guys tell me what you think about the whole forgiveness thing. Do you agree? Do you agree that you should forgive people when they do things that you might find unforgivable, or that you just don't want to forgive? Or do you think, most importantly, do you think that saying that forgiving people is more for you than the other people, do you think that's true? Do you think that's true? And would you forgive if someone did something tremendous to you, like murder someone you love? Or have you forgiven someone? Have someone been murdered that you know has been tremendously hurt? Have you forgiven them, and why? I would like to know. I would like to know. You guys, I'm going to go. So thank you for listening to an injustice question today and this morning. And you guys have a safe, enjoyable day. And I'm out.